Shut up, guys. It's your latest podcast in town, and myself, Felix Lukusu, you can call me Bayubu, as popularly known by a lot of people. We are showing you a latest podcast in town. I'm your host, and with my friend Gerard Vesa Mambwe.
On our accent where we were actually born. Yeah, we were both born in Botswana, but we are actually Zambian.
Like in your program was you were talking, you answered at the same time when I asked you to introduce yourselves.
But that isn't really the whole thing. The thing is that we're twins, but it doesn't mean that we're connected. So we come up with this sort of mechanism where we literally answer things that
welcome, it's your boy Franklin Jackskido, aka Long Joe.
Hello and welcome to this exciting and interesting podcast, and I'm your host Gerard Mambwe. Now this is the first ever podcast that we are hearing, and remember that you can catch this podcast on various social media platforms, and it is the first of its kind. And of course I'm your host Gerard Vesa Mambwe, and of course today we're going to have an interesting conversation, and I'm not alone, as you can see. Of course I'm with I'll just let them introduce themselves because I don't want to mispronounce people's name. Ladies, welcome to this podcast. You're looking so beautiful.
Thank you so very much.
All right, so as you can see, they answered like at the same time, of course. For a start, maybe for the sake of those who are joining us for the very first time and they don't know more about you, can you briefly try to introduce yourselves? I'll start with
Me? Okay, my name is Petronella Gwati. And my name is Pearl,
Okay,
also known as Peggy.
Peggy.
Yes.
Great.
Okay.
For a start, maybe can you tell us maybe a bit more about yourselves? I know you have introduced your names, but who is Petronella? Who is Peggy?
Okay, so first of all, I introduced my name. I'm Petronella Gwati, and I also would love to say that I come from Southern Province in Mazabuku. Yes. Yeah, of course. Yeah, you can also introduce the
school.
We're both at Unza. Yeah, the University of Zambia.
Okay.
Yes, of course.
You're all in which year? Which year are you in?
Second year.
Second year.
Of course.
All right. So how has been the experience you being at the University of Zambia, and of course you studying media and journalism, and the other one public relations?
I can say it's been so, not too good, not too bad. Yeah, it's a little bit tough at the same time. For nothing so easy on nothing is put on a silver plate just like that, where you have to work hard for it. So at University of Zambia, there's literally a lot of competition. So it's
Competition in terms of what?
and in terms of academics, of course, academics. Yeah.
Okay, great. Now, what really inspired you to pursue the program that you are doing at the University of Zambia?
Okay. To be honest, since childhood, I personally have never really dreamed of being a journalist, for I didn't even know that I would be enrolled for the course. But at some point of time, I just decided to major in journalism simply because it has got a lot of opportunities. Like, it's a broad course. It's not just all about sticking into journalism. You can even venture into so many stuff, many stuff, as long as you go to school and then you get a degree and also it can be quite very easy. Quite easy.
All right. Now, as we introduce this program, like in your preambles, you were talking, you answered at the same time when I asked you to introduce yourselves. um, how did that come about? Is it just a coincidence, or do you plan?
Oh, most people wonder about it. Like maybe we are connected in some sort of manner, but that isn't really the whole thing. The thing is that we're twins, but it doesn't mean that we're connected. So we come up with this sort of mechanism where we literally answer things at the same time. That makes people like really shocked. So I can say that it's not really that we plan on it. It's just like we answer at the same time most of the time when it comes to terms of telling the truth. Because most of the time when you're asked a question about something, like maybe you're asked where you're going, and then you're like, oh, I'm going to the store or the mall or anything, and then they're like, how do you say that at the same time? And then we're like, we're literally telling the truth.
Okay.
Yes.
It's like something which is known. Like when I ask you, how are you, and you answer, fine. And
Yeah,
is that how it goes?
Yeah, that's exactly how
Because
it
most
goes.
of the time we are healthy at the same time, we get sick at the same time. So most of the time, let's say for instance somebody says that, how are you today? If we're not feeling well, we will say we're not too well. But if we're fine, we'll just say we're fine, thank you, and how are you? Yeah.
So you guys get sick at the same time. How is that?
Sometimes we get sick at the same time, sometimes we don't. But when we were young, we literally got sick almost all the time at the same time. Yeah.
Okay, great. Well, in case you just tuned in, this is the first ever podcast that we are bringing to you, and I'm your host Gerard Mambwe, and I'm with the twin sisters from the University of Zambia, and they are all from Southern Province. That's something that I didn't maybe expect, because names like Gwati are somewhere within the part of Zambia. Yeah, and you guys, is there anything maybe that you have gone through, anything that maybe people may criticize you for being who you are, or maybe for maybe speaking at the same time, for maybe doing certain things that people don't like? Have you faced any sort of maybe challenges from
To be
people?
honest, yes, a lot of challenges and criticism from a lot of people. Yeah, it's true. We have.
What
Ye-
sort of criticism that you have received?
Maybe I can say that most people say that we talk at the same time, and then they're like, that's weird, that's sort of like AI. As in, for me, my friends even started calling me Siri for that, like in my very first year, of course.
Okay.
Yeah, and then most of the time, yeah, there is also criticizing at the same time. They do adore our accents, but in some points they would ask, are we really forging our accents? But I don't really know how that works, simply because most of the time when somebody's forging their accents, it takes time for, like, in a short period of time, they will definitely
Get back to their original
accent. And
Yes,
then most
and
of
then
the time,
they're like asking us that whole sort of thing that like literally doesn't make sense. Every single time maybe they see us on social media, they're like, oh, I've seen you before, is it true that you really talk like this? And then we're like, does anybody ever ask you the same question?
yeah, they are always faking, like seriously, like faking it. Like they're always like expecting us to be faking our accents.
And then we just wonder that every accent is like unique. It just depends on the area you're living at. If you happen to go to another country, everybody will be like, is that how you talk? Are you forging your accent? But it doesn't really make sense when they ask like that, because you're like, why would you ask me such a question? What for?
Yeah, like most of the time it's inappropriate to forge your accent, simply because most of the time they want authenticity, and then if you don't have that authenticity, then it will be something else. So the best thing to do is to avoid being somebody you're not. Just be yourself, be proud of who you are, simply because if you admire somebody, you might just, and then you want to be like them, you might just lose the real you. So in short, you just have to stay yourself, simply because every person is unique. You will never be somebody, and somebody will never be you. You will always be yourself, simply because God created you in a special way. He created you
in the way he wants you to be. It's not that he created you so that maybe you would brag to your friends, or maybe you would be superior to your friends. No person is superior. Everybody adjusts the same. We are all at the same level. Different accents, whether local or international. Like, let's say, for instance, most of the time I really do admire the Lozi and Bemba accent, according to that, simply because the Lozi sounds a little bit like the Botswana accent where we were actually born.
Yeah, we were both born in Botswana, but we are actually Zambian by
By descent.
By descent.
And
Yes.
then we also have NRC. So we've been really here, like, isn't this our 14th year?
Yeah, we've been raised here, and most people think that we've been raised in Botswana. That is not true.
Yeah,
We were just born there, and then we came here in 2011.
yeah, 2011.
All right. So
Yes.
you've been here for 14 years.
Of course, 14 years.
Ah, okay. So that makes you to be Zambians.
Yeah, we are Zambians,
We
but
even have NRCs. Yes, of course, we do have NRCs. So
Great.
that's got that.
Great. Now, another criticism that I've encountered in one of the comments is that you guys speak like cartoons. And
Oh,
of course, you mentioned an aspect of you speaking like AIs.
To be honest, most people are like, most people say you talk like cartoons. Are you glad about it? Are you happy? And for me, I cannot say that I'm sad simply because the people who speak behind those cartoons are actually people. And what are they trying to say? That cartoon just were invented by nobody? It doesn't literally make
because
sense.
those
Are people talking behind the scenes? They're actually people. It's not that it's AI talking. There is also a voice behind AI. So when they say we talk like cartoons, they're not proving anything at all. They're just proving that they're people who made that thing, because it doesn't make sense. It literally doesn't make sense, and we never hit back at our critics no matter what they say. But
To be honest, those
I
are just
just-
unnecessary backlashes.
yeah, and I don't really care, simply because whether people try to bring us down, the fact is that I'm proud of the way God made me. I cannot just change
there
my
are
multiple people who have tried to bring us down. At church, at home, and even at school. Yeah, they're like bringing us down. They're saying that you just have to stop this, but probably it earned us a lot of opportunities for us to be here. It's probably because of that show. So definitely, it gives us a lot of opportunities, and no matter what people say, we don't care. Yeah, it's just okay. It's fine. Even if they try and make fun of us, we don't care.
I'm
We're
not a
just like,
cartoon, darn.
I'm me, she's her. We are who we are today, and literally doesn't make sense.
Okay.
Of
All right.
course.
You are still watching this special podcast with me, Gerard Mambo, and of course, you can catch this podcast on various social media platforms. We have also Longjo Studios. You can catch it. Of course, we have Gerard Vesamambwe on Facebook. And we have a lot more platforms that will be able to catch this special podcast. Now, you guys mentioned various criticisms that you faced from people. How have you been able to overcome them?
Oh, we have never hit back at our critics or any backlashes. Like, we just parry for now. We just sidestep. We don't care. We don't comment. We don't do anything. We're just us for now. We
Okay.
just ignore the
Ignore.
comments. I've seen quite a number of compliments. Like, I don't know if I've read like 300 of them or something. I'm always reading the comments, and then I'm all like, okay, these are the comments. Okay, so I don't care. Like, I don't even know the people who are commenting about me like that. There are just a few people who compliment nicely. Okay, there are quite a number. It's like 50-50, but most of the people say that it's the negative comments are more than the positive comments, simply because most of them are saying that we sound like cartoons. That is literally not true, simply because the people
That's not
who are
negative.
yeah, it's not negative. Like, seriously, like somebody even called us a Winx fairy and Jinx. A Winx fairy? Seriously?
I know, right?
So come on, what's so weird about being the Winx? It's kinda cool. It's nice.
Others called us Sophia.
Unza Barbie.
And
Seriously,
Sophia,
what's wrong?
Yeah,
you
yeah,
can
yeah.
be anybody. Yeah.
All right, you guys. Now, people say that twins understand each other without even speaking how true is that?
Yeah, it's very true.
Yeah,
I can
like,
tell
seriously,
when,
like,
most of the time I can tell when,
when
she's
she's
mad,
mad,
or
maybe when
she's
sad,
or
or
maybe when she's
being sarcastic,
Of
or
course,
maybe
yeah.
when she's being too
emotional,
emotional,
or I don't know.
no, yeah, a lot of stuff, just a lot of stuff. We like understand each other so much.
Yeah, we do understand each other.
So you guys actually fight.
Yeah, we argue a lot, and one roommate was like, we are always arguing, and that is not healthy. And we were like, no, we don't like literally seriously argue with each other. We are just like, we make up, we argue, not so seriously. People can think we're arguing, but mom and dad even say we treat each other like cousins, because cousins are fond of joking a lot, and then we're just like that, even with our baby brother, just like
Yeah, like
it's
it's
a
a
family tradition. Like we're
Yeah.
just like, we got a baby brother at home. His name is
Professor.
and he's just like adorable. He's
Yes.
gonna be turning 10 on the 16th of March.
Oh, really?
Of course, because our birthday just passed. That was on the 1st of March, and
Okay.
then we're only like 10 years and 15. 10 years and 15 days older than our baby brother. So we are all March babies in our house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I must say, happy belated birthday.
Oh,
to
thank
you.
you so much.
Thank you very much.
Great. Now, how do you react? Like, how do your classmates and lecturers react when you guys speak at the same time?
We don't usually do it in class simply because we have turns in answering questions. So I don't think that usually happens when we're in class. Yeah, but there was a time that was last year when we were first years. Yeah. So in the first place, they probably didn't really know we were twins. They only discovered in what class is that? I have
MCS class.
Oh yeah,
the
MCS class. They discovered that we were twins, and then they were interviewing us, and then others realized that we talk at the same time. And they were all like, "How do you do that? Don't you plan?" And then there was also a guy that we met that was last week, and then he was all like, "I've been dying to meet you guys. Is it really true that you talk at the same time?" "No, you just plan it." And then we're all like, "No, we don't plan it. It's quite a normal thing as long as you're telling the truth." Let's say for instance, you ask, "Where are you going?" We say that we're going to the supermarket. Does it mean that definitely we'll answer different questions if we're lying? Let's say for instance, we don't really know where, we don't really want anyone to know where we're going, and we haven't yet discussed. Maybe she'll say that we're going to church. Maybe I'll say that we're going to a crusade or something, and then you'll be like, "What? We just lied." And then they'll probably know that we lied. But when we're telling the truth,
We say it at the same time.
Yeah.
Of course.
Ah, great.
Like
So-
right now, we've even talked
at the same time. You too. You
Me,
too.
you.
I didn't say anything simply
Of
because we're
course.
talking about the truth here, so it makes sense.
So we're not androids.
Yeah. Or AI. Yeah.
Great. All right, you are still watching this special podcast. Of course, I'm playing host to the twins from the University of Zambia, Petronella, and at the far end, Peggy, of course. Now, have you ever confused your friends simply because you are twins? Have they been a bit confused?
Oh yeah,
You confuse
sometimes
them?
they do, especially if they haven't known us for quite a while. But as time goes, they get to know us.
Yeah, though some people still don't know who's who up to this time. I get so shocked, but I understand because we literally look alike. But you gotta get to know us if you wonder.
I can see you guys have same hair pattern.
Oh yeah, we
Yeah.
do.
But her hair is quite thicker than mine.
And
like
hers
she's got my
skin
mom's hair. Like,
And her skin is lighter than mine.
Okay.
that's what they.
The lightest in the family is definitely Professor. Second is Mom, and third her.
Yeah, third me, and then for my sister, my mom and my sister quite have exactly the same hair, but for my baby brother, he's got the thickest hair in the house. So they're quite a little bit of differences. You can just tell just by looking, but they're slightly, not too much, but they're quite differences. Yeah.
All right, now I know you guys, you are media personalities. You are doing media and journalism studies, and you also are doing public relations, of course, which is related in corporate world. Have you been? What have you found most interesting in your programs? I'll start with Petronella. You're doing MJs. What is the most interesting thing that you have found in your program?
Okay, one, I really like the meteor so much. Like, that's my inspiration. I really like to be the meteor because even when the first time when Ronald Expensive started podcasting, as our friends were asking that, one, does he pay you? Two, does he pay us, or even or maybe are you enjoying this? And then I was all like, yeah, I am enjoying it simply because that's my personality. Like, I like the meteor. It's part of my profession, so I'm all like, the meteor is quite okay with me. You know, as being his clients. What can I say? Being his interviewees, his colleagues, or whatever. Or friends. Interviewees, and him being an interviewer. It's quite okay with me simply because I don't mind about anything with the meteor. But as long as it's not something that is decent, that's when I mind. But when it comes to decency, I'm okay with the meteor. Like, I really love the meteor. I enjoy the meteor. That's my profession.
Okay.
Yeah, of course.
Of course, you're
Well,
into
I
PR.
think it's just like the same thing, the media, because we started being in media at a tender age. It's just like, like she says, we never like went that viral as here, but we've been like used to this kind of stuff. We don't care about the money. We don't care about anything. All we just care about is passion. Yeah.
Passion.
Yeah.
For
It's
journalism and for PR.
of course.
Great. Now, has any company maybe approached you guys maybe to advertise their product and services? Is there any company that's come to you, and would you love also maybe to advertise on behalf of the company if they approach you guys?
Oh, of course.
Yeah,
why
why
not?
not? It would
Like,
be
as
like
long
a
as it has
nice
to do
thing.
something with the meteor.
Yes, of course. It's like fantastic.
It's like a yes.
And how much would you maybe charge them if they were to approach you?
Oh, well, not on camera.
That would be a contract.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
That would be like priceless.
Yeah. That would be a contract. Like, it's not supposed to be said. Like,
It's confidential. Like,
literally, the meteor is watching us. So why would we
Say that.
Talk about money
yeah,
on
of
screen?
course.
Like,
It's
that's
like super
inappropriate.
weird.
And obviously, you guys would be very expensive if they were to approach you, right?
I wouldn't say expensive.
Well, we are just new. Like,
We're just new, but I wouldn't say expensive.
Yeah, we're new to the meteor. So are we any big celebrity or something? Like, seriously?
But I'm just saying,
Yeah.
like, literally, I wouldn't say expensive. It would just depend on what we would decide, whether it will be expensive or not. It would
But
just
don't say
depend.
expensive. That's discouraging.
Yeah,
Okay.
I know.
Yeah.
Right. Do you both want to maybe follow the same maybe path, or maybe a professional? Do you want to be in the same industry, media industry, or maybe you have different maybe aspirations, you guys?
When it comes to interest, like when it comes to career-wise, we mostly have the same desires. And when it comes to the same industry, I'm more of a fan of America and Canada, and she's more of a fan of Korea, South Korea.
Okay.
Yeah. So those are like, we are mostly a fan
Yeah.
of those countries.
Of
Right.
course.
Maybe there's someone out there who is watching and of course is single and is looking for someone who wants to maybe help her, or maybe someone just to maybe let me say a companion that maybe they want maybe to date. I don't know. Do you guys date first of all? before, like-
No. To be honest, we've never had a boyfriend from the time we were born.
Yeah,
Trust me,
like
the both
seriously,
of us.
like we've
Really?
never really had a boyfriend.
Why?
And most people think it's like a bad thing. Ronald Expensive asked us that same question, and then in the comment section there are comments like, "Oh, too bad for them. They don't even have a boyfriend. Oh, it's not that they don't want or
it's not that boys don't want to date. It's not that they don't want to date them. It's that boys are scared of them because they can't date cartoons.
Yeah, that's
And that was
the
so
compliment,
mean.
and that's
And
really
it's
so
what's wrong
mean.
with being single?
Like,
It's your
seriously.
choice. It's not that if you have somebody, you're fortunate, you're lucky because
Yeah.
God created you just as a single person. And if you die single, that's not your fault.
Yeah, and
It's just like a choice because there are tons of boys, uncountable, like more than 20 that have approached us.
like,
Yes,
seriously.
of course.
And then
we're
we, like,
I've turned all of them down. Like I've turning down, not in a harsh way, but in the most sensible kind of
Because
manner.
maybe they have no characteristic that you're looking for, or maybe
I-
no traits in a guy.
Well, yeah, it depends on the traits, because not all guys are the right ones, you know.
Yeah, like-
and you have to date the right person. Humanity and love for family, friends, and I can say everyone, even those who are not like the people he doesn't really know, or acquaintances or strangers, I can just say. Yeah.
Okay. So if someone was to come with those characteristics, you'd say yes.
No, not for now. I would take it slow and study the guy, because you know a guy can just come with such characteristics
But
for
they're not-
today, but they're not really that character. And the moment you just go into a relationship with them, they start showing those
true colors that they're selfish, they're boastful, they're braggish, and all sorts of stuff.
they don't love their family. How can he love you when he can't love his mom or his dad or his sisters or brothers?
Yeah. All right. Now, finally, this question is about fun, which requires you guys to answer within seconds.
Okay,
Yeah.
seconds.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who is the most talkative between?
To be honest, it's literally hard. Everybody knows it. She's way talkative.
I am not talkative.
Oh, just admit it. Just admit it. Oh, just admit it.
I am not talkative.
She is.
No, I'm
She
not.
is.
I'm not.
She is.
All right, we need to debate here. Who is more likely to become a TV presenter?
Television. Oh, I think the both of us. Simply because, you know, okay, let me just say the courses that we're doing abroad is not all about just being a journalist. You can be anything in these courses. Like, people most of the time think that the courses that we're doing will stick to those programs. You can do a lot of things. Like, you can be an editor, you can be a news writer, you can be a reporter, you can be an artist, you can be so many stuff. An actress, a singer, just with these courses, because they're just training you on how to be a media expert, simply because they need expertise. So if you're an expert, then you're good to go. You're in the media and you can do whatever you want to, just simply because it's not all about representing your newsreader. For let me not lie to the audience, there is no much money in journalism. That's a fact.
Why do you think so?
Well, I heard like there was this news whereby journalists were protesting against they were protesting, saying that they weren't given money. And then, you know, those things, there are such issues, you should get prepared. It's not all the time. That's why the government is now training people on how to go about farming in the farming sector, simply because it's not, the government does not have enough funds to pay each and every person. He cannot employ everybody, so you have to.
And it's not a bad thing. It's not his fault. Otherwise, we got one of the best presidents of the year.
Yeah.
Okay, we have like he's so
I
good.
don't know how many people have just
Been
gotten
brought into
to
university.
Like almost all my friends are there, and then I'm proud of. Oh, like this president is doing something. You
And
see?
like the past many years ago, so I can say that he's doing his best, and he's like encouraging a lot. He's encouraging talent, he's encouraging farming and so much business. He's just like so business minded. No wonder he's like a millionaire, because he's like very productive.
yeah.
So we can just say, Sotsana.
Yes.
All right, you guys. What message, maybe if you were to be invited to talk to the president, what would you tell the president?
Oh, a lot.
Oh, I would tell him a
lot.
lot. Like,
First of all, I would thank him for the 100% bursary.
like the
You
bursary.
guys on BC?
Of course, Yes, like the both of us. Imagine. Like it was really rare. Even our friends are like, how did it happen? Maybe we have connections, and then we're like, no, we don't have connections. It's just like seriously, like the government is doing his job.
Okay.
Yes, of course.
Okay, how soon should we expect you to open your Facebook pages?
Well, it's not only Facebook. I'm opening TikTok and maybe Instagram, and I've already opened up a YouTube page, but I've not even uploaded anything in it yet. But soon.
So what's the name of the YouTube channel? Maybe
Oh.
there are people out there who would love to follow you.
Oh, she has the PG Dimension or PG Twins. That's what we call it. Yeah, the PG Dimension or PG Twins. We're still deciding on the name, but I think it would be better if we say PG Dimension or even PG Twins. It's okay, any of the two. Simply because we started PP and then our last name's G. Like it's O-in. My dad's name is Peter. And my baby brother's Professor. My mom is the only one. Her name is Lillian. So she's got an L. And we got P and G. Some people even call us P square. But but we're not P square. They just like teasing us.
Okay.
Because we got P, all of us.
All right. Well, I must say thank you so much for making time to feature on this special podcast despite your busy schedules. I know you guys are supposed to be studying or maybe to church. Going to church?
Oh, that's
Something
church
like that?
is on Sunday, so on Saturday.
Okay, all right. Anyway, thank you so much. I appreciate your time.
Oh, no need to thank us. It's okay. Of course, it's okay. We've also enjoyed the
Conversation.
Of course.
Great. All right, that's where we have to say goodbye. And this has been Gerard Lesamam. Remember that this podcast is aired on various social media platforms. You can look out for Long Joe Studios and Gerard Lesamam Facebook page, and of course other various Facebook pages, and you'll be able to catch this podcast. And have been a playing host to Petronella, Gwati,
Yes.
and of course Peggy, Gwati. Together they have been my guests on this podcast. Thank you so much for watching, and let's keep talking and sharing. It's goodbye for now.